grab your cup of coffee, everyone, because today we are going behind the scenes of ArtPrize with Tyler, who makes the magic happen.
Welcome to Coffee with Steve Margaux. I'm Steve Drake.
And I'm Margot Drake. And this morning, you get to meet Tyler Loftis, Executive Director of ArtPrize. Good morning, Tyler.
Morning.
Hi, Tyler. Thank you for joining us. This is a big deal for us.
So excited to have you on. So let people know what exactly you do for ArtPrize and your favorite thing about West Michigan.
So I am the Executive Director of ArtPrize, and I'm originally from West Michigan, but I've lived in New York for half my life, and now I go between the two. I'm bi-coastal. My favorite thing about West Michigan, and I'm a little biased because after growing up in Grand Rapids and moved out to Grand Haven, is probably the beach in the summer. Tough to beat. Traveled all over the world, and this beach in the summer,
There's nothing like it.
It's amazing, right?
That's how he sold me on West Michigan many years ago.
I sold Margot on Grand Rapids by driving her to Grand Haven. She's from the east side of the state, so she really hasn't seen Lake Michigan before. She felt
no. Even in New York, I dream about it. Really, I mean, sitting on the beach, the dune grass, and just something about the lake.
All right, I like that answer. It's a good one.
Love that. And how long have you been at the helm of ArtPrize?
Ooh, for about 3.5 months.
3.5 whole months. Okay, good. Well, let's talk about it. It's coming up. What are the dates?
September 11th to October 3rd. We're bringing back Preview Week, which gives Grand Rapids just a moment where we can all sort of together get ready for ArtPrize. And then ArtPrize officially kicks off on the 18th. So yeah, super exciting. I've been around ArtPrize, kind of helping out. I'm a painter. That's my day job in Manhattan, and I've been coming back for almost a decade and helping out. Helping the artists here around the event, and I've been on the board for the last 2 years. So that's how I was kind of able to transition quickly and sort of understand what's happening here. And yeah, I love it. I've loved it for a very long time. In Grand Rapids, it's a magical place. So really happy to be here, and humbled to be at the helm.
We are so grateful to have ArtPrize.
Well, it definitely, Grand Rapids gets on the map for many reasons, but ArtPrize is really different and pretty cool, isn't it, for a city our size?
Well, I would take it even a step further. I mean, being in the arts, really my entire life, there's nothing like it anywhere.
Right.
The idea that you can have someone's very first show alongside an artist that is showing in museums that could be their last show. The magic of those conversations and the magic of those things existing together is something that Grand Rapids embraces, and I haven't seen that anywhere else in the world. Not to say I've seen everything everywhere, but that's kind of part of why I'm here, because the offering is so specific. So yeah, I think for a size, any size city, this is a pretty spectacular thing.
It is. It's interesting also how, like, the nature of it, it's kinetic. So people move around, and some are inside and some are outside. It really brings out a whole different crowd of people rather than strictly art enthusiasts. Everyone wants to come out for the event. And I think that speaks highly of the kind of the design of the whole thing. It's pretty cool.
What vision and what year are we on with ArtPrize?
This is the 16th season.
Yeah, is that nuts? That is so cool.
I feel like I just watched a baby grow up. I mean, that is wow.
Absolutely.
So grateful. So you live downtown. We live right downtown. We always love this time of year. We start seeing the artists do their installations, and it's right around the corner.
I love it when we stumble upon an artist and they're actually doing the work to install their piece or their whatever it is, and we get to talk to them and we find out, man, they're just regular people that are just trying to get their art out there. It's it's awfully fun to bump into these artists and talk to them and get to know them a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of the magic of our culture here in Grand Rapids, that we, for whatever reason, we embrace these artists in this event. And it's unprecedented anywhere in the world, but certainly in the United States. You know, you don't think of the Midwest as a visual arts place, but we're redefining that. We're changing the narrative. And I'm not the first person to say this, but I do believe it. And it is kind of funny, but potentially it's the Florence of the United States. We're a mid-level, we're a mid to, city on a river in the middle of the country. So why not?
Why not?
I think it's very cool. And
I love that.
From your experience living in Manhattan, can you describe like the differences between the art scene there and what it's like here in Grand Rapids during ArtPrize?
So ArtPrize, it's so organically open. You're really seeing one of the most magical sides of our culture here in the United States. I mean, you're seeing so much diversity, so many people speaking with their own individual truths, coming from their own widely diverse backgrounds, and it all sort of works. In Manhattan, there's a lot more of a monetary concern. I mean, you have to realize that an artist, just to move to New York, has to have already gone through a lot of steps. So a lot of it tends to be a little bit more kind of falling in suit a little bit with what's selling or what's the trend, unfortunately. But an ArtPrize is, you just don't know around each corner what you're going to experience. So I just love the authenticity and the radical openness that it was started with, and the organic way it's kind of moved and grooved. And for me coming in, I feel like I'm just a little bit of a gardener, just snipping a few things here and there, but ostensibly the magic is there. So,
Well, that was my next question. Where are you taking ArtPrize?
The biggest thing for me is really listening. We've had 15 seasons to sort of look at, because ArtPrize is unprecedented. It's really magical. So my big thing is listening. One of the things that I think has been a little bit of a miss is not including some of the other arts orgs. We have all these people come to our town looking at art. Let's get the ballet, let's get the opera, let's get the symphony involved, and then we can sort of address even a bigger issue, and that's America's relationship with the fine arts. It's like, oh boy, I didn't grow up in some artsy place, and I don't have tons of money, and I didn't go to the fancy schools, so I don't belong participating in the fine arts. And that's just false. That's patently false. If you go to Europe, all ages, it's a date night in your 20s to go to the opera, to go to the symphony. And it's just so good for your soul. I mean, you can go get entertained and also work on yourself and leave a changed person. And, there's just very few things in life that are that magical. And so for me, really kind of working with them. And this year we're going to have the 4 weekends are going to be branded. We have dance, music, the visual arts, and fashion. And so, for instance, on the preview opening week, the ballet is going to do a dance festival at Rosa Park. The next weekend, the start of the voting, the start of ArtPrize proper is music, and we're having the world's largest stringed instrument. We're going to shut down Pearl, strings over your head. It's a gigantic harp, and then fireworks afterwards. That Saturday, the opera is going to be performing at Rosa Parks. Moving on to visual art weekend, we're going to have a huge children's activation at the downtown market called Doodle Street. Super excited about that, partnering with a lot of amazing entities here in Grand Rapids. At night, we're going out to the zoo to do a fun artist party, venue party. We're going to have 14 artists painting around the zoo. The visitors get to come and choose the painting that they like. And we're going to donate the picture. And then fashion is going to be at the amphitheater, Akershire, free. Free. We're going for the world's largest attended fashion show, Guinness record.
That's coming this fall, right?
We want to break the record. Yeah.
I love it.
Full body goosebumps.
That is so cool.
I have to be there, especially for the harp one. They all sound amazing. I'm trying to think, like, I have to get the word out to specific people about some of the things that you just said. That's an incredible, incredible lineup. And we are so fortunate to have it.
Well, we'll do our job to get the word out and promote it and get everyone talking about it and get as many people out there. But otherwise, how can people find out more about ArtPrize and get involved, and where do they go?
Well, artprize.org, our site, but we're going to be putting out a lot more in the next couple of weeks, a lot more information. We've solidified with some key partners now. But yeah, our socials, our site.
Okay.
And, we're getting the media back hyped up again too, because there's just so much magic surrounding this. It just takes a little bit, I think, of storytelling. And for me, being an artist and having those 15 seasons to sort of look at, I think it's just time to tell our story in a little bit more, vision orientated, future direction mentality. And I think the idea that Art City USA, America's home for the fine arts, is kind of that direction we're going in. I think a lot of people are starting to get excited about that.
Oh,
all right, let's go for it. Well, I think we can do it.
We certainly are. Tyler, thank you so much for spending these couple of minutes with us to let us know what's coming. We're so honored to have it and so excited.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the new gig 3 months ago. Yes. We're lucky to have you.
Yeah, we certainly are. We're happy.
Sounds like your team and your vision are doing an amazing job already. So we're looking forward to it. So
viewers, if you are watching on YouTube, remember to hit that bell and so you never miss an episode. And if you're watching from Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, follow us and we'll keep you up to date on all the cool things happening in West Michigan. Tyler, thank you for being one of those extraordinary people that make West Michigan such a cool place to call home. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.